Yo, yo, what is up, guys? You may be wondering why I'm wearing this hat and sweatshirt and what's going on. I don't know if you can still see the smoke coming out of my mouth, but it's about 22 degrees in New York City. Just came from, I don't know what time it is, it must be like 7 something. Just came from a 30-minute walk, and I wanted to share this with you. Basically, this video is going to be about fundamentals and, what are fundamentals? So, the way that I kind of have this visualization of what fundamentals are is if you imagine the most massive skyscraper, right? I mean, if you just stop and actually look at this thing, and you look up and I mean, it's just like awe-striking. It's like just almost a reverence for someone being able to build something so massive like that. So, and you may kind of just look up and say, wow, like that's amazing. But most of the times, what we don't stop and think about is, what did it take to actually build that? How far down did, the architect have to design? How far down did the workers have to actually build to create something so massive up here? How far down did they have to go? And oftentimes, it's a huge distance down there. Another example of, fundamentals or getting that base structure in place in order to create something is if you walk up to like a beautiful, magnificent tree, right? Beautiful, magnificent tree, and you see this tree, and you go up to it, you touch it, and wow, this tree is amazing. And granted, we probably don't do that every time, but if we're in a more conscious state, we may do something like that. And you look at this tree and you say, wow, this tree is amazing. You see all this complex, branch structures and leaves, and it probably took years and years and years for that tree to develop in the sense that it's developed. Well, what we don't realize is that all-encompassing, beautiful tree structure over here, if we kind of imagine it going up and then the branches spreading out like that, there's an equally as complex, massively amazing structure going on underneath. So it's like, yeah, above we picture this tree, but we don't realize that we're standing like in the center of something that comes down like this and around also. So these roots, these roots essentially create the fruits that come on the tree. And you can't go in and just, go up to the fruit and inject it with, although I'm sure some of the corporations have tried, inject it with a steroid and the fruit is going to be magnificent. If you really want to do something in an organic and healthy fashion, you really have to start working on the roots, on the bottom stuff, the stuff that's going to produce the fruits. So, back to the humanization of these wild metaphors. I just came from a 30-minute walk in 22-degree weather, and the reason is because it's part of my fundamentals. So, fundamentals for me are the things that I do every day, that when I do these things, I know I'm gonna be the best person I can be that day. It's just gonna set me up to be the best possible dude, the best possible Jacob that I can be. So for me, and fundamentals are different for everyone. Granted, there's some universal things that you can do, but for each person they're gonna vary. So for me, my fundamentals are meditating every day. I wake up, I've been waking up for the last 6 days at 6:45 and meditating for a half hour. After that, I go right into a 30-minute walk. After the 30-minute walk, come back, do a little stretching, and I make a green drink, make a little smoothie magoothie over here. And after the smoothie, I sit down and I do some journaling, journal for 15 minutes. And then I go right into learning. Right now I'm currently watching a certain series on some business stuff, so I'm like really focused on that right now. And after that I go into creative mode. So I spend like the first 6 hours of my day just, rocking my fundamentals. Like that is the most important thing to me. And, that's where the fruit, that's where like the reward or the sweet stuff is going to come from. Now we're going to talk about you. Maybe you probably don't have 6 hours a day. Like, even I don't have 6 hours a day to do this, but I figure out how to do it. When I was working, like my 9 to 5, which was more like my 7 to 11, you know, I didn't have that time. I was, you know, totally just fully, you know, my schedule was just, I didn't have time for it. So, and one key thing that I really want to throw out there is that when I started my day, you know, I started it just in this automatic mode, and I did all the things I had to do. I woke up, took a shower, ate breakfast, got on the train, you know, maybe did a little bit of reading, went to work, checked my email, you know, handled whatever happened, but it was just automatic mode, and I never gave that time for myself. Like, I never took the time to say, wait a second, this is Jacob's day. Jacob is going to choose to do this. It was like, no, this is what I have to do. If I like it or not, who cares? Like, I have to do it. So what you can do right now is if you have a job, you know, that kind of demands you to be up early and do whatever you want to do whatever you have to do. What you can do is, you know, try to go to bed a half hour earlier and just wake up a half hour earlier. And what I used to do is I used to wake up, I used to meditate for about 10 minutes. So you could do that even for 5 minutes. Just meditate in the morning. Just focus on just some breathing, and you know, prepare the night before. What are you going to make the next morning? I highly recommend green drinks and green smoothies, and maybe just start your day by learning something. Just you know, pick maybe one of your favorite teachers and spend 10 minutes watching one of their videos. Amazing stuff. And maybe just saying thank you, maybe some gratitude. Well, whatever it is that you choose to do, whatever your fundamentals are. If you're a comedian, maybe it's writing a joke. If you're a chef, maybe it's preparing food. Whatever it is, just choose to consciously implement that stuff into your life, opposed to like, I'll do it when I'm able to do it. Like, you know, take control and do it, and choose to do it. And it doesn't need to be for 6 hours a day. Like, you know, you could just spend the first 20 minutes of your day consciously doing what you want to do. Another quick example is, I used to wake up, but even before I knew about this fundamental theory, and I wanted to start my day laughing. I wanted to start my day feeling good. I didn't really know how to do it. A lot of times I felt like shit when I woke up. I was like, you know, borderline depressed and just a lack of purpose. And what I would do is I have like every Seinfeld episode ever. So I would wake up and I would just watch an episode of Seinfeld. Now, I'm not saying watching TV is, you know, a great thing. I actually don't watch TV most of the time, but you know, that's my favorite show, so it's gonna make me laugh. I woke up and I laughed. I mean, what an amazing way to start your day. You wake up, you're laughing at George, Jerry, Kramer, and Elaine. It was great. So that's quick, you know, maybe not so quick little example of how you can implement fundamentals today. Even if it's just for 5 minutes or 6 hours or however long you want, highly recommend it. It is one of, if not my most powerful practices. And again, you can start doing this today. So let me know if you want to hear more about specifics about fundamentals. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I'm out of here. Peace!